Okay, still looking at baptism and looking at when to baptize. When should one be baptized? And as seen in the reference in the following topic, who should be baptized? Believers were baptized as soon as possible after belief. And that remains true today. One is to be baptized as soon as possible after they accept Christ as their Savior, as soon as they are born again, according to Matthew 28:19. At Pentecost, those that believed were baptized that same day. And you see that in Acts chapter 2, verse 41. Philip baptized when people believed and soon thereafter. And you can see that in Acts chapter 8, verse 12. And you will note first belief and then immediate baptism over and over throughout the book of Acts. You can see it in Acts chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10, 16, and 18. Paul was apostle to the Gentiles, meaning all nations other than Israel, as well as Israel. And that's seen in Acts chapter 9, verse 15, and Acts 22:21. Paul also explained that he was not sent to, but to preach the gospel. If baptism were to come before belief, then it would only make sense that Paul would have been sent to baptize. Even though Paul did not baptize some few people, he preached the gospel. And those that believed were baptized, but not necessarily by him. And you find that in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 17. As explained in the next topic, who should be baptized, one cannot be taught without they first become a believer. When one believes, we have the command in Matthew to baptize. Baptism is the first commandment a new believer must follow. Without baptism, one cannot walk in fellowship with God. And in closing, one should note that a new believer cannot be happy as a Christian until they are baptized. A Christian's fellowship with God depends on how the Christian obeys God's commandments. If one rejects baptism, they're being disobedient to God's commandment and are out of fellowship with God. A Christian cannot enjoy or experience the joy of being a Christian while out of fellowship with God. Thank you for listening.